1, 2, 3. The mission of a Special Operations Weatherman is to deploy the most feasible means available in combat and non-permissive environments. Special Operations Weathermen are special type.
Any questions? Hey, the person being dragged will not assist in forward momentum.
Oh yeah, Sergeant!
Let's go! Hurry up, Smith! That way.
Showing us how bad you guys want to be here. My last place. Always finishing last place, Smith.
At first glance, it looks like any other morning at a military base. But the men lining up today are not here for routine drills. They are candidates for two of the most elite and under-recognized special operations roles in the U.S. Armed Forces: combat controllers and combat weather specialists. Their training ground, Joint Base San Antonio, Medina, is quiet, but charged with intensity. Behind the gates, under the direction of the Battlefield Airmen Training Group of the 37th Training Wing, the transformation begins. And it does not begin with weapons or war cries. It begins with silence, with endurance, and with the understanding that not everyone will make it to the end. These candidates are not ordinary airmen. They are training to operate behind enemy lines, to call in airstrikes under fire, to provide weather intelligence in the deadliest zones on Earth. They are the ones who bring the storm, either through precise meteorological forecasting or through directing firepower from the sky. The combat controllers, trained to be certified air traffic controllers in the most chaotic environments imaginable. They can jump into combat zones and establish a landing zone in minutes, clearing aircraft through smoke, chaos, and gunfire. They operate alone or in small teams. Their voice, clear and steady over a radio, becomes the difference between life and death for pilots above and troops on the ground. Alongside them are the combat weather specialists, quiet professionals, whose knowledge of atmospheric conditions can decide whether a mission succeeds or fails. These are not men studying clouds in classrooms. They are warriors trained to forecast weather in combat zones, to deploy with special forces teams, and to advise commanders on when and how to strike, retreat, or wait. They move with the same tactical precision as any operator, armed not just with weapons, but with data, satellite feeds, and their own instincts. They understand that in war, rain can ground an aircraft, wind can sabotage a parachute, and heat can kill before the enemy ever fires a shot. The training is brutal, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Candidates are pushed past exhaustion, submerged in freezing water, forced to carry each other across punishing terrain, and made to perform under relentless stress. But this is only the beginning. The Battlefield Airmen Training Group doesn't just build muscle. They forge clarity, resilience, and teamwork under fire. Every drill, every mile run, every shouted order has a single purpose: to see who can remain calm when everything else falls apart. At Medina, trainees live on the edge of failure every day. The standards are high, and the expectations even higher. Instructors are not just testing strength, they are testing character. Will you quit when your lungs burn and your vision blurs? Will you think clearly when your body begs for rest? Will you act decisively when there is no margin for error? These are the questions that matter, because out there on the battlefield, there are no do-overs. There is no sympathy. Only mission success or loss. Behind the scenes, the infrastructure is relentless. The 37th Training Wing, under Air Education and Training Command, oversees a program designed not to inspire, but to transform. Here, airmen are molded into something more. They are trained in advanced communications, battlefield navigation, weapons handling, and airborne operations. But more importantly, they are taught to think, to adapt, to survive when the comes, fail when GPS goes dark, When the team is down to its last breath, these men are the ones expected to bring order to chaos. This is not glamorous work. It's not the kind of job that wins medals on stage. It's the work of shadows and silence, of precision and preparation. Combat controllers and combat weather operators are the quiet architects of mission success. They arrive first, they stay late, and sometimes they never come back. But because of their training, because of this forge at Medina, they go in ready. So the next time you hear of an airstrike that hit its mark, or a special ops team that made it out against all odds, remember the voices that guided them, the minds that read the storm, and the men who trained to walk into hell with nothing but a radio, a forecast, and the unshakable will to complete the mission.
1 out of 10. Congratulations. Yep. Just put that one in too.
Smith, only guy that wants to be here.
Came out of left field.
Look at that. All right.